Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be doing the Vault event, the Underspire. We got a new Mythic, that kind of stuff. I already did my adventure board, because why not? You can get gnomes there. Class experience. Might as well do it. It's pretty quick. Make it a habit. Did my dungeon real quick. Gotta try to get that Dragonite, you know. But let me get everything fixed up on my end. Got that. And let me get the chat ready and everything. What else is going on? So, yeah, we're going to be doing, I think, let's see, what should we do first? I think Underspire. Then I'll get into some Vault event. And if anybody has any new Mythic teams, we might do that. But it'll probably be the last thing we do. I haven't even looked at the spoilers yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I don't know what's going on next week yet. But let's get going. Alright, got that. Hey, what up, Trey? How's it going? Fixing stuff. Give me a moment. Come on. Alright, let's see. Let's go to the Underspire. I'm trying to do it completely for free. So I haven't bought any torches at all. No gems. Nothing. Haven't spent anything on it. I want to see how far I can get. So far, I'm on like the second boss. Let's go look at it. So if we look here, we started up here. Hopefully you can hear me, right? Trey, Roman. What up, Roman, by the way? Haven't seen you in a while. I don't think I've seen you anywhere in a while. Usually, like, oh, there's Roman. He's on, you know, whose stream. Like, at least he's alive. But I don't even think I've seen you there, so. Good to see you. Roman and Trey. Alright. I'm trying to get my computer to work. Let's go, you piece of junk. I need to just get a new one. I don't know why I don't. They're pretty cheap nowadays. We bought one for my son for his birthday. And I was like, oh no, man, it's going to cost so much money. I haven't bought a computer in a long time, but they're really cheap now. I didn't know that. I mean, I did for my job, for work, but I bought like the cheapest one I could. I didn't really shop around. I just bought like a cheap laptop so I can get stuff done. You know how it goes. I was using another laptop. It, you know, crapped the bed, and I panicked, and I just hurry up and went and bought another one so I could continue working and doing my YouTube and everything. I didn't really shop around. I kind of just got the cheapest thing I could, which is probably not the smartest thing, because now I'm stuck with this piece of junk. But then it was like, he wanted a computer for his birthday, and he got a whole thing, like a desktop, all that, playing Fortnite and everything. And it wasn't that much. It's crazy. I'm about to get me something better. Costs less than a console now. It used to be the other way around. Like, computers would cost more than a console. I'm talking 10 years ago, though, probably, at this point. Alright, live chat. Trey, thank you very much for the gifted membership. It went to Eric. You're a legend, Trey. Running out there, rag in your back pocket, butt crack showing, trying to get that train started. Chad runs out there with you. This too, thank you very much. You're a legend. Now you guys are really in there, elbow deep, getting all oily. Getting all oily together. Crack myself up. Mikey Mouse. Alright. Got that. I'm so tired right now. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep very good. Which is a common occurrence these days. If it isn't one thing, it's another. So, you're getting my brain on little sleep, which is most of the time nowadays. Which sucks. Alright, where am I? Come on, dude. Alright, here we go. So I started right here. Of course, you get the merchant on, like, the second room. That happens every single time. Went this way. I had, like, I think I had a perfect first boss. So, okay, no. Is that right? I went down. Okay, down this way. Bang. Boss was down here. I went straight to it. And then I went through the door. Or no, I did have a dead end. I went this way and got a dead end, so I'm lying. So I went this way, got the merchant, went down here. I think I went and found the boss, and then I was like, woohoo, I got the boss without even going to a dead end. And then I decided to go this way, and I went to a dead end. And then I found... No, I must have seen the door. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I found one dead end. So I wasted 1, 2, 3 torches. We'll have to keep that in mind, because I'm trying to do this completely for free. So I've wasted 3 torches so far, at least. Because as I was going by, I must have seen the door, right? And then I went this way. I probably took a right, went to a dead end, and then went back, and then went down to the boss. So I'm thinking of a different Underspire, not this week. Then I would go through the door, went this way. Looks like... I think this is where I went straight to the boss. Got the boss there. That's the second boss. You know, the Epic Vault Key 1, Imperial Deed. I doubled the loot of the first boss because I'm doing it completely for free, not buying any torches, not spending any gems, so I wanted to make sure I got something doubled. So I doubled the first boss. I wasn't sure how far I'm going to make it. That's what I'm going to find out this week, is how far I can make it for free. Then I go up here. Didn't go to the left, went to the right instead. Went down, went through the door. So I didn't waste anything on the second boss. First boss, I wasted 3 torches. Second boss, didn't waste any. Now I'm heading this way. And I'm deciding which way to go now. I'm saving some of this for the live stream. Or I only saved like 3 of them, really. 3 torches. So I wanted to have 10 for today. Now I got to decide which way to go. So we just went through the door. We're not going to go past the door, back past the door, of course. So should I go up? Should I go in the middle? Or should I go down? Looks like there's a lot of room down. I kind of feel like going that way. But you never know. They could put the third boss up here, and then everything else could be in the bottom right. They could put it to the right there. I think down is the most promising because there's so much room that way. But then again, they love to trick you. It's completely RNG, so I'm overanalyzing something that's not planned out by the devs or anything. They're not specifically going account to account and planning out your Underspire. It's completely RNG. So it's not, you can't do it that way. So I can't really tell. I guess you count from the door, and it's supposed to be like... I think it's the other door, though. But I'm going to go down. I think that's the way to go. We look like this. There's 3 ways to go up this way, though. That would reveal 3 different directions. I'm going to go up. I like that. That's usually how I decide. The fight that will reveal the most after I beat it. So this one's going to reveal 3 different ways. It might be 3 dead ends, but we'll see. We'll get to see 3 different next rooms. So I'm going to do this one. I'm using Gob Truffle pretty much. Simple. Norbert's Turnip. Green and red for Goblin Ally. Extra turn even if you miss on that. And then you could hit on that too. Gob Truffle uses green. Oni uses red. So that's the thought of the team. Let's get into it. Trey's here, Roman's here, Chad is here. What up, fellas? The 3 Musketeers. Trey says morning. Roman says morning. Roman says I'm usually lurking. I'm not very chatty. I feel you too, man. That's what I do. Usually. I'll pop in like once a week and say something. But most of the time I'm just lurking. And some of the time I'm not even there. So you can't assume I'm there ever either. Yeah. I watch streams like every other day maybe, and I'll chat like once a week. But Chad, thanks again, man, for the 2, and Trey for the gifted. Roman with the 5. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You're a legend. Now you definitely got it started. Now you're revving the engine. Now you're annoying the neighbors being parking lot DJs. You're turning up the Drake. You're turning up the, whatever. You're blasting it. And that's cool. Eric is here, so you got a gifted membership and you're here. I hope that's the way it works. I hope it checks for people that are here first, and then it checks for people that are able to accept it, and then it goes from there. But I don't know. I don't know how the memberships work. But it looks like it checked for somebody that was here because the person is here. So that's awesome. Eric, you got a membership. You got gifted. That's what I'm talking about. From Trey. Trey says you're Enchanter level 9. No, I put it like right up to level 9. That way I can ding in our video. Let's get the turnip up. It's usually what I do. Looking for yellow and brown. Don't have it though, so we're Gonna have to take blue. There's our brown. Let's get the turnip. Should get us rolling. Bunch of green and red, an extra turn. Now we can go look and see is there other extra turns like this. So what's cool about the turnip, even if it doesn't get an extra turn on green or red, even if it doesn't get something up off green or red, it then gets an extra turn, and it probably made you another extra turn on the board, a green one or a red one. And then you could take that and get something up, like so. Cast Gob Truffle a couple times and win. And I'll see what's up here. 3 different ways to go. But yeah, my Enchanter's like a bub away from... I might play a little bit. I can't really, though. It's Vault Event. So I'm probably not going to play until tomorrow. Around 1:30 or 2, right? And then I'll ding in that video. That's the plan. And it's not... Okay, we got 1 dead end and then 2 different ways to go. Now what? Now what? Man, it sucks because I'm doing it for free. Like, look. I haven't bought any torches. Of course, I don't buy lanterns. But hey, the option is here now. So if you're playing on PlayStation, this option wasn't even here. And now it's there. Just by the way. Also on PlayStation, I don't know if this holds true for every single platform, but I have to restart my entire game to get my daily torches. Just a tip for you. Don't be barreling ahead without thinking in the Underspire if you're on PlayStation. It might be the same for everything else. I just don't know. But every day, I'll get on. I'll have the game on, right? Usually, I can just do something in the guild. I can play an adventure. I can do something, and then it'll load, and then it'll set me to the right day. It'll load, and I'll be cool. It'll give me my sigils. It'll reset the underworld. It'll give me the new adventure board, yada, yada. But... in the case of the Underspire, it does not give you... it doesn't give me my torches when it does that. When it loads for the day, when it sets me to the right day, it does not give you your torches. I have to shut the whole game down and then restart it to get my 7 torches. So it might be the same for you. Keep that in mind as you're going day to day through the Underspire. And if you're buying a bunch of torches and you don't keep track of how many you got, you might not even notice it, that you didn't get your 7 that day. Me... not buying any and knowing exactly how many I got, I'm noticing 100%, like, oh, they didn't give me my 7 today. So then I had to shut the entire game down and then reload the entire game to get my 7 torches. Just by the way, make sure you do that. Because when I logged on today, I only had 3, and that was obvious. I'm going to have at least 7 when I log on. They give you 7 a day. So if you have less than 7, then you know you didn't get your torches for the day. If you haven't played the Underspire yet, that day, and you don't have at least 7, then it didn't give you your 7. And you need to shut the game down, reload the game, and then you'll have your 7. Where should I'm going to go up, I guess. We went up. Let's keep going up. Let's check my medals. I got the right ones on. Okay. We'll use every single torch I have, and then we'll do Vault Event. Sane is here. What up, Sane? Eric says, good tip. Hey, I'm full of it sometimes. Ranger is 10, Cleric is 8. I think the Ranger will be more fun, but the Cleric will be... the Cleric is the best choice if we're going for, like, doing our best and what everybody thinks is the best choice. But I think Ranger would be more fun in my eyes. Boomstick Fancy Pants. I haven't seen that name in a long time. I'm doing alright, man. I hope you're doing well. Been too long, Boomstick. One of my favorite names ever. Boomstick Fancy Pants is here. Used to be in my guild. Are you so you weren't playing the game and now you're back? Is that's what's up? I totally forgot. I got too many people to keep track of. I just knew you were gone. But I forgot why. Yellow and brown, please. I don't think the game is as bad as people are making it out to be. You know? The invasion, for example. Everybody was on the forum complaining about the how much points you have to score to get the shiny stuff. And yes, it was messed up on Monday. It was set too high on Monday. That is true. But they fixed it. And our guild got to 16 like Thursday. Or Friday, maybe. Friday morning, Thursday. We're on 16. We're completely done with the invasion. Did I buy more in the shop? I bought like 1 extra in the shop. Which is fine because it's Slug Hoarder. Slug Hoarder is good. He's like one of the best ways to gold farm now. Everybody throws their panties in the air about gold farming. And you can get extra Slug Hoarders who are the best, is like the best gold farming troop right now. But yet we go to the forum and complain. It's crazy. I don't understand. Most forums are for strategizing, guides, asking for tips, helping each other. How do I do this? And then everybody in the forum's like helping you out, figuring out how to do the thing. How do I get this thing? When does this come around? That's how it should be. Here's a strategy to gold farm. Here's a strategy to soul farm. Here's how you do the underworld. Here's how you do the Underspire. That should be what's on the forum. And then, like, guild recruitment. But instead, it's 90% complaining about the game and 10% guild recruitment. And, of course, they deserve it. The devs deserve it. They make way too many mistakes. But it's a little over. It's too much. A little too much complaining, in my opinion. The invasion, yeah. But they're still complaining about it, like, right now. They already fixed it. I already got to 16 without even trying harder. In my eyes, there's like no problem here. But they're still there complaining about it. I don't get it. And it's not like it's everybody. It's not like all 10,000 players are there complaining. It's a select few, but they make enough noise that it makes it seem like everything's on fire. You retired for a bit, you're in Death Dealers. Sane says, still breathing, Sinnycool. Yep. Got up another day. Tower of Doom is incoming? Okay. So we gotta do the weapon thing. In Invasion, you have to use the Invasion troop to get double points. Well, in the Tower of Doom, you're gonna have to use the Doomed Plunger for double points. You see how they do that? There's no way I could be so conceited that I would think they watch my channel and then specifically do things like that just to poke fun at me. I can't. This isn't the Truman Show. But it's kind of funny. I talk about the doomed plunger and the doomed silly string and the doomed thong and the doomed this and that. And now they're forcing us to use the doomed plunger and the doomed silly string. The doomed ring. That's terrible. That we'll never use anywhere else. They're going to force us to use it. That's pretty funny in my opinion. You never know who's watching, though. There's 20 people here, and there's only like 5 people chatting. You never know who's watching. I have developers watching me play EverQuest, so why would they not watch me play Gems of War? I don't... It's possible. It's somewhere in the middle. Oh, cool. That was a big dead end. Great. So that was a waste of at least 2 torches. I guess I'll go this way now. So I've wasted like 5 torches already. Maybe I'll buy the extra ones and see how far I could have made it for free. I just thought of that on the fly. Like, I'll figure out how many I wasted, and then I'll buy that amount in the shop, and then see how far I could have made it for free. Might do that. Keep track of how many I bought and how many I wasted. Because I'm curious to see how far you can make it for free each week. So far, it's at least the second boss. I'm thinking third boss, which sucks because the third boss is bad. So you might just want to go to the second boss and call it a day. If we know that for free you can never make it to the fourth boss, that would be good information to have, because then you could stop on the second boss. You wouldn't be wasting your time. I shouldn't have done that. Should have just casted Gob Truffle. Get rid of the red, though. Get rid of the yellow. What are you doing? Wrong one. Alright. Masked. Bishop is here. Brian Walker. Neophyte. How's it going? Sane says, yeah, too much complaining and almost nothing is right. What I'm concerned about is that many players have sore eyes at the visuals. Yeah, I heard you say that. I saw you say that on... I was actually there when you said that at Man, another dead end, so I wasted. And I feel the same way as he does. You can play the vault event with your eyes closed. So that's another thing not to complain about. I get it on a day-to-day basis looking at the game and your eyes hurt because you're looking at those cards. It's totally understandable and it's a concern. And they're going to fix it. They already said they're going to fix it. So, but as far as the vault event goes, that's like the worst time to complain about that because you can play it with your eyes closed. Alright, I guess I'm going down now. Now's not the time to talk about the visuals on the cards and how you can't play. The time is next week when it's the Tower of Doom or something, or the first week when we didn't have Vault. Vault event, you can play with your eyes closed with the rumbling of your controller and the audio cues. Now, you shouldn't have to do that. You definitely shouldn't have to do that, but if you're playing the game optimally, you are doing that. You're watching YouTube, you're watching a movie, you're doing something else with your eyeballs. That way you don't have to look at these cards. You're using your eyeballs to do something else anyway. You're not watching the game while you're doing Vault event. Because you're just grinding, doing the same thing over and over and over. You get into a rhythm, you understand how, okay, that noise means this, I need to push that. That rumble on my controller means this, I need to do this. That doesn't sound right, now I need to look. Or that doesn't feel right, now I need to look. You can get into a groove where you don't have to look at the game at all. Especially during Vault event, because you're doing the same basic operation over and over and over. And the only time you actually look is when something goes wrong. But yeah, it's definitely a thing. I've gotten used to it, honestly. I'm almost completely used to the new card, the way they look. Almost completely used to it now. Nothing... I mean, I wish they'd make the font a little bit bigger, I guess. I don't even have a giant TV. I have like a regular-sized TV. And my eyes aren't even that good. I probably need glasses. I don't have glasses. I probably need them. But I could see those numbers. Like, I'm sitting like, let's see, how far away? I'm probably 7 feet from the TV right now. And it says the armor is 147, the HP is 196, right? On my hero. I had to look closer because I wasn't sure about the 147, but... Gobtruffle 141, 191 on both of them. Flaming Oni 129, 191. 88 attack on Oni, 93 attack on the hero, 87 on Gobtruffles. Enemy is 6274, 6274 all the way down, 5280, 39 attack, 40 attack all the way up. And my eyes aren't that great. They're kind of blurry sometimes. Especially right now, I'm tired. But I get it if you have bad vision, but you should get glasses, I guess. There's some conditions out there where it isn't just like I can't, it's blurry. It's like, well, that's annoying my brain, I guess. I don't know how to put it. It's annoying my brain. And that's how I felt after last Vault event. My eyeballs were like rainbows. I couldn't take it anymore because I got like 500 Vault keys, which isn't even a ton. Some people get 1,000. Which is crazy because you only get like 20-something per Nomapalooza, so break that down, how many hours they played. It's not like they could play it super more faster than you. You can only get 25, maybe. If you're really, really super fast, you get like 25 Vault keys per Nomapalooza. And it takes 15 minutes to run a Nomapalooza, so you can get 100 Vault keys an hour. And then you think about, that's not that bad, I guess, 10 hours? Yeah, I guess if you run Nomapaloozas the whole time, it's not that bad now that I think about it. But who has Nomapaloozas to run the entire time? I don't. But a lot of people do. So that's how they get 1,000 Vault keys. If you've ever wondered, how did that person get 1,000? Well, that's how. You run Nomapaloozas the entire time. And you don't stop. And you get around 20 Vault keys per Nomapalooza. So you gotta... 25's a little ambitious. I was just exaggerating slightly. It's around 20, I think. It's between 20 and 25. You can either round up or round down. Depending on how fast you are. You're tired too? Yeah, me too. Brian says, I've been getting to the 3rd boss so far. Salutations, Neo. Good morning, Masked. Bishop. You did 2 for free? Same here. You need new ones? Neo says this goes for those events. I got only up to boss 2. This dungeon's feels really weird. I'm still trying to figure out if this is a waste of time or not. I don't think it's a waste of time if you go to the first boss and double the loot and then stop. Because it doesn't take very long to do that. So you're not wasting very much time to go get some writs and lesser orbs of glory, which you can make mythics into bronze with those. That's totally worth it. Even if you undervalue the writs, which I don't, I totally value. I want all the writs I can get, but I get it takes a ton of them to make anything worth having. But the lesser orbs of glory are good. You can go put a mythic on bronze. Get the turn up. Turn it up. Just like Trey and Chad and Sane turning up the music and the the parking lot DJs. What kind of music do we got playing today? I can hear you guys out there. That's your music. Why are you playing that? While you're working? While you're working on the engine, that's what you're playing? You're shaking your butt while you're fixing the... I don't want to say what kind of music I listen to, because nobody here listens to it, so... You can figure it out if you look at my channel close enough. I am a immature music listener, basically. I have the music taste of a teenager or a 20-something when I'm 30-something. I haven't gone out of that phase. I'm not out of the phase yet. Oops. I'm not into my country music golden oldie phase yet. I'll get there one day. Give me about 10 more years and I'll be on the golden oldies in the country and all that. The Metallica, Aerosmith. I'll get there one day, y'all. It's not ICP. I'm not that cringe. I'm not that cringe. I don't even really listen to that much music these days. Every once in a while, something will pop up on YouTube, and I'll be like, that sounds pretty cool. I don't sit there and listen to music all day anymore. I don't know. I'm more of a podcast. I love podcasts, like true crime or anything that's listenable. Something happened to me. I had this one job where they listened to, like, news radio all day. This was before podcasts were even crazy popular. Everybody didn't even know what a podcast was, and they were like, what's that? You would talk to, like, an older person about a podcast, or they didn't even have an idea of what it was, and they were trying to figure out what the meaning of podcast was. Back then, back in the day. But they would put news radio on all day at work. And that kind of, like, made me... not like it, but I looked for something similar that I actually liked. So I don't listen. But music, sometimes music really gets me like amped up though. I just can't go hours of music. I can listen to 15 minutes of music. I'm just not a music guy anymore, I guess. I used to be. Every time I jump in the car, all the way there, all the way back, now I'd rather listen to a podcast or something. Okay, we're at the boss, so we made it for free to the third boss. And I wasted 5 torches. Just letting you know where we're at here. So you can totally make it to the third boss for free. The fourth boss is going to be hard, though, because I only get 7 more tomorrow. I only got 2 left. I only got 9, but I did waste 5. So I could have had 14 to try to make it to the fourth boss, which might be possible. If you head straight to that fourth boss, you could probably get there. That's going to be the thing every week that you're... You know how in the dungeon you're picking 3 different rooms and hoping you get a perfect, but you almost never do? Well, same with the Underspire. You're going to try to get to the 4th boss every week, and most of the time you're not going to make it, but sometimes you will. It's probably how it's going to be. I don't think anybody's done it completely for free yet, so that's why I'm experimenting, sacrificing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it completely for free and show you guys how far you could get for free. I've collected all 7 torches every single day so far. I'm keeping track of how many torches I've wasted. And then I might even buy some. When I'm completely out of torches, I might buy some to replace the ones I wasted to show you how far you could actually make it if you didn't waste any. It's more realistic, though, that you waste some. It's unrealistic to expect that you're not going to waste any the entire time and make it all the way to the 4th boss. Just because you did it that one time doesn't mean you're going to do it every single time. More times than not, you're going to at least waste a few torches. You're not going to be perfect every single time in an RNG game that you can't apply skill to, really. Here I go, shooting it with some stuff it can't even get hit by. Way to go. Good old radio. Slipknot? I like Slipknot. Is that cringe? Is Slipknot cringe? I used to listen to that. I don't listen to it now, but... I got the 3rd Keystone. I got the Orb of Wisdom. This is the crappy 3rd boss. Right here. That's why it's crappy. Orange orbs, do you need those still? It's not even a major. Gem keys. My gem keys are just stacking and stacking to go get nothing. I have everything in the game. Except for stuff you had to buy with real money. Somebody mentioned, I only got 1 torch left. I still gotta find the next door, too. Somebody mentioned, why do you have VIP keys? Are those VIP keys I see there? Are they? Are they? Are those VIP keys I see there? Yes, they are. But the game gave them to me for free. I never bought anything. You get them for, I forget what it was. It was an event reward or an adventure board reward or a calendar reward. It was something like that. I will never buy anything. VIP 0. You just gotta see how hampered and hamstrung I am by being 0 VIP. That should be a good reason to take my advice, I would say. And it's just right there, in front of your face. I don't have to explain to you why you should take my advice. You can just look at that. Because look at this. You ever looked at like what people with VIP get? Man, Sinny is only this level. Man, Sinny only has that many gems. Man, Sinny this, Sinny that. Well, 100% extra XP bonus, 150% extra souls, 200% extra gold, 1,000 extra gold every day just for logging in, 4 glory keys per day, 100% extra gems from the shop, VIP chest access, troops start at level 15, automatic free scouting, plus 8 gem keys per day, 500 glory per day, VIP daily deal access, plus 1 starting wins in arena, plus 20 team slots. That's why. Even if you just go to like 5 or something, they still get extra stuff. I don't understand like what the gray stuff is. That's what it adds to it? Okay. So the white is like when you go up. So 5 gets all this. So if you're on VIP 5, you get 20% XP bonus, 25% extra souls, 25% extra gold, 1,000 gold logging in, 2 glory keys a day, 25% gems from the shop, VIP chest access, troops start at level 5, automatic free scouting, plus 1 starting wins in arena, and plus 5 team slots. And that's probably, you probably have Death Knight armor too, because that's the smartest thing to buy, so you can add the Death Knight armor percentages on top of that. So it's not just that. I mean, that, oh, it's just that, though. We'll add the Death Knight armor percentages on top of all that, too. Because you definitely bought that. If you're buying something, I hope you bought that. That's the first thing you should buy. Anyway, not to rag on that at all. I just... Sometimes people say things. They said something about my VIP key, so now this is my rebuttal. What? Not as cringe as Korn? I never listened to Korn. I know, like, the songs on the radio that Korn had. Like, I've heard them. Neo says my music taste would be literally anything. If it hits, it fits. If it fits, I sits. Eric says, I did this week. I didn't make it as far as you. Yeah, I could probably invite you, Neo. Or, do we have an open slot? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. How do I get into global? I never go there. How do I get into global? I don't know if it'll let me. Settings, right? He doesn't even know how to rejoin global chat because I never go there. I think it's a waste of time to go to global chat. All you're going to do is argue with people in global. Unless you have your own channel where you go by yourself with other people. Like you have your own channel, that's fine. Free Underspire? Yeah. If you spend any money on the game, you should have Death Knight armor, honestly. Where are we meeting at? Boomstick. Just one? Bah, 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 bah. No, I can't stop. You guys ever have a song, like an earworm? Song gets stuck in your head? I don't even know what that song is. Recruit. Do I have to do anything else? Is that it? Recruit. Alright. I did it on live stream. Neo says, most of my people in my guild is VIP, and they brag quite a lot about themselves putting their names on the catwalk, and here's tiny me with not much to say. Hey, you have plenty to say, bro. I think it's way more impressive. Free scouting is cool. I never said nobody should buy nothing. I don't say anybody should be like me. I do meet that Bigfoot occasionally, though. That blurry Bigfoot. That person who has spit nothing. I do meet them occasionally. And I don't think anybody should ever do that. I think you should buy Death Knight armor, you should buy the campaign pass, you should buy the kingdom pass, and that's perfect. I think that's a good place to stop. Maybe one lantern. One lantern. You have 5 of them, you could double all the bosses. That's a good purchase. As long as you're making good decisions with your money, I completely support you supporting the game, because the game would not continue without you buying stuff. So, no shade to anybody that's doing irresponsible purchases in the game. It's the people buying, like, the flash offers and the weird stuff in the shop and going way too far with it and spending way too much money. And then they're VIP 20. You would never make it to VIP 20 if you're being responsible with your purchases. You'd probably be, like, VIP 2 or 3 or 5 at the most. If you're above 5, you probably make irresponsible purchases. I feel you, Eric. That's how I feel. And the earlier you buy the Death Knight armor, the smarter it is. The longer you wait, the less value you get out of it. You want to buy that as soon as you buy anything. Don't buy anything else until you buy Death Knight armor, because it's the smartest purchase the sooner you buy it. Because then it applies to every single level as you level up. Instead of applying it at level 1000, and now you're just, all those first 1000 levels, you didn't get that extra 100% XP. So the sooner you make that decision to buy the Death Knight armor, the better. And it's cheaper than ever right now. It's like 20 bucks. It used to be $50. It used to be like 50 bucks. Right now it's only 20. They came to their senses and lowered the price, and now more people are buying it, I bet. Anyway, that was Underspire. I only have 1 torch left. I don't think it's worth using that torch right now. Let's see how many I wasted. Alright, so once again, I wasted 3 right here. So 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. I went to this door. I didn't waste any up till that door. So how many did I waste after that? It was 1, 2, 3. So it's already 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7. I wasted 7. And then 8. I didn't need that. So that's an 8. And now I gotta find the door. So far I've wasted 8 torches. I would have 9 right now. If I went straight to the third boss without wasting any, if I did a perfect, I would have 9 torches right now. And then I get 7 more tomorrow. So I'd have 16 torches for free. No gems to find that door. 16 torches to find that door, which is probably this way, right? There's no other way to go. It has to be this way. Everything else is a dead end, so it has to be this way. So let's go ahead and use this one, since I know it's the way I have to go. Yellow and brown. Yellow and brown. Nowhere to be found. Oh, come on. Where are you at? Skulls, sure. One thing somebody mentioned in the forum, because I look at the forum, even though it's all complaining, I still look at it. It's like part of my job. If something, because sometimes you can get information there way earlier than other places. The devs say stuff there. People discover things and post it there, so it's not completely useless, but they said there should be Vow Ravens in the Underspire. I think that's a good idea. They should put Vow Ravens like every 10 battles or something like that. Anyway. But that's probably why they give you 7 instead of 5 a day or 3 a day. They give you 7 a day. Maybe that's the Vow Raven. They're just giving it to you instead of putting it in the mode. Because the one thing it's lacking is the potions. You can feel it every time you do a battle. You don't have any enchant or any explode. So teams feel a little bit slower. Okay, now I have 0 torches. I wasted like 9 of them. And I get 7 more tomorrow. So I could have went 16 more slots from right here. So I'm probably going to find the door, and then you got to head straight to that 4th boss if you're going to get the 4th boss. I think the 3rd boss is what's possible with free torches, not spending any gems at all. I think you can get to the 3rd boss. But you might as well stop at the 2nd boss then, because the 3rd boss is dookie. Why waste your time going to the 3rd boss if you could stop at the 2nd? If you know 100% you're not going to make it to the 4th boss, then stop at the 2nd boss, because the 3rd boss is trash. It's a waste of time. But we'll see. I guess if you have a perfect run going, if you haven't wasted anything up until the 2nd boss, if you've had a perfect run to the 2nd boss, then maybe you continue. And if you have a perfect run to the 3rd boss, maybe you continue to try to get to the 4th. But if you know, oh, I went to this dead end, I went to that dead end, on the way to the 1st boss, I hit a dead end. On the way to the 2nd boss, I hit a dead end. On the way to the 3rd boss, I hit a dead end. You're not going to make it to the 4th one for free. But you could buy torches if you want, if you get close. You have the option still. But just wanted to see how far I could get for free. And that's how far. Do you want to see the new Mythic real quick? I think it's poopy. Before we do the vault event. Let's just go to Explore 12. Topical Gems of War stuff. So, Divine Team, right? Virago, Barrier, and Enchant all allies. Gain life. It only gives life to itself. It has crappy traits. For a Mythic, if it had a good 3rd trait, that would be awesome. Because Holy Armor and Spell Armor are okay if there's also a good 3rd trait. And since there's not also a good 3rd trait, it's just like, yippity-doo-dah. I'm never going to use that, so who cares about Holy Armor and Spell Armor? Because I'm never going to put this thing on my team. Because it doesn't have a good 3rd trait. If it had a good 3rd trait, then yeah, Holy Armor and Spell Armor, yippee, yay. Because I'm going to actually use it. But since it doesn't have a good 3rd trait and the spell's not good enough, you're never going to use it. So it's never going to need Holy Armor or Spell Armor because it's never going to be on your team. It's one of those troops where you throw it on the end. You don't know what else to do. You need a certain color. It's the right typing, so you throw it on the end. It's never you're never gonna build a team around Virago. This is an Arc Proxy Avendra team. This is a Divine Ishbala team. It's not a Virago team. Virago is thrown on the end as an afterthought. Supernova! No problem, Boomstick. Neo says, guilty as it lands. I do buy Kingdom Pass and other stuff. Depends on what it offers. Can't eat everything on my table, but I do like sharing. That's good. Supernova says, are we ranting about the $50 verse offer? Kind of. Brian says, so would you say every 10 gems is a value of $1 USD? I don't know. Yeah, I guess. That sounds about right. Or maybe... I don't know. How are you figuring that out? If I get a tribute and I get 20 every hour, I get 20 gems an hour from tribute. So maybe they're $1 a gem. But I don't know, because I never tried to think of it that way. Neo says, I got Sycorax last week, useful for Guild Wars. Still haven't decided what to put his job. Sycorax is good at looping. He's good at applying those third traits that do something on 4 or 5 gem match. Sycorax usually goes in elemental teams. Usually you'll pick green or blue or brown, make your entire team that color, and then put something on the team that does something on 4 or 5 gem match. So then you got Sycorax at the top of the team, looping and looping and looping. You keep trying to apply whatever that thing is. It's usually how it goes. I can show you a couple, but I'm sure you've seen them already. Divine Ishbala is not. Mikey Mouse. We don't have it somehow. I don't get it. Let's take this. We're looking at green to yellow and red to skull, and somehow we don't have it. Now we do. So now we do that. Because that puts a bunch of yellow there for this. Now we do it again. And we don't have her. So you never cast this. When are you going to cast it? The best time to cast it would be when everybody's down and don't have their spell. That way you can enchant everybody. Or when nobody has barrier. Right now, this has barrier. Right? And that's the main thing you want to have barrier. This thing's up. This thing's up. There's no reason to cast this right now. So I'm not going to. I'm going to cast this. Now, if we have alignment with the Ishbala, there's no reason to cast it once again. We don't, but we have this right here. Yeah, we have Yavendra right now, so there's no reason to cast this right now. And I just did it by accident. Good job. Good job. Now I screwed up my alignment. Good job, dummy. I didn't mean to cast that. I was showing that there's no reason to cast it, and then I cast it. We have alignment. No. And why? We're not going to cast her still. Red to skull. Green to yellow. Of course not. So here we go. This might be a time, but I think we can kill this thing with this. So no, the whole battle, there was never a good time to cast her. Maybe right there. But that just would have made the battle longer. It wasn't going to help anything. Let's do a couple more. Just if you got this new Mythic, maybe it's your first Mythic ever. Maybe you just you like new stuff and you want to try it. It's new, it just came out yesterday, so here's a team for you if you really want to try it. It's mostly a Yavendra Ishbala team, though. Hit that like button, by the way. What are you doing, phone? I only see 14 likes with 30 watching. Let's get it. So, blue and green. And then she's all the way at the bottom of the team. I'm not going to put her up block stuff. I'm not going to block purple. I'm not going to block my Divine Protector. There's like nowhere to put her. She takes in red. That's the only good thing about it, is she takes in red. This makes red, she takes in red. That's the only good thing about it. Not a good time. We might finally have a good time. We gotta make sure, though. Is it finally a good time to cast her? Might be. No green to yellow, no red to skull. Yep. Now's a good time. Very specific situation, though. Let's do that. Let's get this out of here. Now we got this and this. Will you die already? I need to put on my Medals of Season. Hey, she might be helpful this battle. There we go. We already had Enchant, though. We already had Barrier, so I just reapplied nothing. Will you die? What is wrong with you? Only got 61 attack. I hit that thing like 50 times with skulls. Alright, let me catch up in the chat here. Eric says there should be more gnomes everywhere. That'd be cool. That way you're not forced into playing just Explorer 1. Because that's all everybody's doing. If you're playing the Vault event right, you're just doing Explorer 1 the entire time. You're not doing PvP. You're not doing Explorer 12. You know? If they put them every single place, that'd be cool. It's just for 3 days. It's not like the whole week. I guess that would ruin certain events, though. Sir Michael's here? Hey, Sir Michael. Thank you, Chad. Eric says, are they in the same order? I go to the green one. Them Underspire bosses based on level you are. The Underspire map is different for every single person, but they do go in the same order every time, and you get the same rewards every time for each boss. So the first boss is going to give you those Lesser Orb and the Writs. The second boss is going to give you the Epic Vault Keys and the Deeds. The third boss is going to give you the crappy orange with the gem keys. And then the fourth boss, I think, is a silver. Fifth boss is trash. It's like cursed runes and something. Sixth boss is a major gold. And then the seventh boss is Dragonite and something. I almost got the whole thing off the top of my head. Cookie Man. Chad says, when are you doing your birthday live stream? Is this... Oh, it is this month. You remembered. Yeah, it's in 2 weeks. Lord Augustin is here. Neo says, just finished State of Decay on Xbox, now dealing with State of Decay Breakdown, hoping the achievements drop fast. Is that zombie game? Of course, I mean, it sounds like a zombie game, so I'm not... I think it's a zombie game, huh? Lord Augustin says, I'm listening to you in the car instead of music. Hey, that's what I do. Brian says, figuring gym value based on store cost. I try to think about what those gym offers translate to real money cost just to understand if the offer is reasonable to spend gyms. Yeah, I usually break it down into time versus money. So if something's going to save you an hour, think about how much an hour of your time is worth, and then decide from there. That's how I do it. The way you're doing it might be better. But I don't buy anything, so I don't really think about it that much, so I'm not the person to ask. Eric says, the new Mythic is not very good. Yeah, it is not. Yeah, the bosses go in the same order every time. Otherwise, they would be putting Dragonite on the first boss. They don't want that. They're going to put it on the last boss and keep it there. They don't want people getting a gold orb and then Dragonite right away, so they're never going to switch it. It'll be the same every single time. Alright, I need green and blue. There we go. Is everybody on my team Divine? It feels like this thing is not doing what it's supposed to do. Divine, 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 Divine. Okay, so where's my extra turn with a yellow storm? If you don't get an extra turn, you suck, Divine Protector. We have a yellow storm and 4 Divines. Please. What are you doing? You see that? It didn't get an extra turn. That's crazy. It's the whole point. The whole point of it. And somehow I've been noticing it not getting extra turns. It's annoying. That's the whole point. I can't make it any... I can't give it more. It's got the max. Other than more yellow and red on the board, I guess, but there's a yellow storm. I'm doing everything I can to get this thing to get an extra turn, and it's not happening. Red, green to yellow. Don't have it. We got this. Red, green to yellow, we got this. Red to skull, green to yellow, we got that. Green to yellow, we got, so go. Yavendra. Still forgot to change my medals. We got this. Where you at? You're not up. Okay, now let's see. Are you going to do it? You got 14 yellow on the board. Thank you. That's what it's supposed to look like. Red to skull. Da da da. We got yellow. No, no, no. We got nothing right now. Oh, yeah, we do. Right there. Yes, we do. Yes, you do. Get rid of the brown. And now we have this. It's not bad, it's just... It's a Divinish Bala Yavendra team. It's not... You could take her off and put anything... You could put anything else on here, and it would be probably better. Hey, look at that. Token of Anu. That's my problem with this team. With her. I could put anything else here, and it would be better. I feel. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's do the vault event now. I've been thinking a lot about streaming more, and I don't know why. Because, if anything, I've cut streams because I'm trying to remember why I cut the Thursday stream, and I do remember why. You know how it goes. Like, you're doing something, you want it to do better, so you think about, what if I double everything I'm doing? That should double the results, right? Or at least make them slightly better. If you're doing 10 push-ups a day, if you do 20, you're going to have better results. If I'm doing 1 video every day, if I do 2 videos every day, I should have better results, right? I was thinking about live streaming more. Making sure, like, cut it at an hour, though. Don't do anything super long. Like, try to do a Gems of War live stream every day, maybe. I've done it before, and I did cut a Thursday, so I gotta remember that. It's like, I almost want to try it one more time, And give it one more try, see what happens. But I already know what happens because I've already tried it. And it's almost better that absence makes the heart grow fonder. If I have a stream every single day, you know, you can just jump in every day. If I'd only do it on Wednesday and Saturday, then absence makes the heart grow fonder. You don't get this from my videos. I make a short video, you don't get my personality, really. You just get, here's the team, and here's what you do. You have to go watch like an Elden Ring, an hour-long, or an EverQuest if you want that, because then I have time to actually show you my personality. When it's a 6 minutes, like Gyms of War community doesn't want it. They just want the team, and that's it. Where's the team code, punk? I don't care about you. I don't watch you. I want the team, and that's it. That's half, not you guys, but usually when I'm talking about Gyms of War community, it's people that aren't sinners, aren't the choir, aren't here all the time. They're just the other half of the people that watch sometimes. And when I have a good video, they watch. But most of the time, they don't watch. I'm trying to figure out how to capture those people. Alright, let's go see where we're at with the Vault event. We need to go to Wild Plains or one of these over here. I try not to think too hard about it. I don't explore. I don't go around to different kingdoms and see if they work or not. I just do Wild Plains because I don't have time for that. I don't have time to go looking around at all the kingdoms and figure out which ones can be done. If I already know one can be done, then I do it. Don't fix something that isn't broken. Unless it's outside of the Vault event, before the Vault event, and you're like, okay, I want to see if I can do this kingdom during the Vault event. If you're preparing for the Vault event, that's fine. But don't go looking around at different kingdoms on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Figure that out before it starts. I gotta see where we're at here. As far as Myth Stones, as far as Snomapaloozas, which team should I be using? Just leveled up, that's good. Now I can get this out of the way, so it doesn't happen during a Nomapalooza. Now it's not going to happen for quite a while. So it's a good thing to get out of the way. You really want to get to as close to 0 Myth Stones as you can. So I might run this with all Iron Hawks for a minute. That's how I play the Vault event. I'm never coming into a Vault event with like 10 or 20 Nomapaloozas. I wish, but that never happens for me. So this is the team you use when you're hunting versus. You switch to the Sister Superior one when you're doing a Nomapalooza. That way you can just cast the one button. So I search for verses while I'm getting my Myth Stones past 100 and closest to 0 as possible. Once I get to that point, I run a Nomapalooza. That way, I'm not doing a boss chest during a Nomapalooza. It's a good time to hunt for verses in between. And then you're going back and forth, you're not as bored. They're pretty similar, but they're slightly different at least. But by all means, if you have a billion Nomapaloozas, just run them back to back to back all weekend, because that's the best way to go. If you got 10 or less, though, you might want to do this. Brian says, new Mythic is defensive. Like most people say, offense is king in Gyms of War. We don't build teams to live. We build them to destroy. That's the truth. That's in a lot of things. Offense is king in a lot of stuff. A lot of sports. A lot of martial arts. War. Offense is king. Offense is the best defense. They don't say defense is the best offense, do they? They say offense is the best defense. So defensive mythics are not good, and you'll almost never see any of them in the top 10. Even Sycorax, who is kind of like a defensive mythic because it gives you a bunch of life as it loops. At least it's also a mana generator, and it keeps it on your turn, and it helps you apply offense. Virago kind of does. It has the enchant, but it very slowly helps you apply offense. It's mostly defensive. It's gaining life. That's defensive. It's giving you a barrier. That's defensive. The only thing offensive about it is the 2 mana a turn, which you have most of the time. When you're doing an event, most of the time you're going to get the second potion, get an enchant potion, so you can't cast her until that runs out. There's just a lot of problems with her. They should have given her, like, cleanse all allies, or on top of everything else, not instead of. It should be barrier, enchant, and bless all allies. Somebody said it on the forum, I think I read. They're like, it should be barrier, enchant, and bless all allies, and if there's 13 or more green on the board, get an extra turn. And that makes sense. That'd be way better. That would be like a mythic. So shout out to whoever said that. Then you have a chance of getting an extra turn and keeping it on your turn. You're also blessing your whole team, so that can help you. And then it's also doing the enchant and the barrier. The way it is, it's like a legendary. It's like it's terrible. It might be one of the worst mythics. Can you think of any good astrological mythics besides Pycea? It's even hard to come up with Pycea, right? If you just said that, tell me a good astrological mythic. The answer would be Pycea, but that's even hard to come up with, because you don't think about Pycea very often. But that's probably the only decent one that came out through the astrological stuff. Now we're done with the astrological stuff. We have 12 of them. How many of those are good? Like 1? Max like 2 maybe? I can't even think of the other one, though. I'm just saying, like, possibly 2 of them out of 12. Scoprio's stinky. Labara's one of the worst mythics in the game. Pycea's the only good one. The new one's terrible. Sagittarius is bad. Leo sucks. What else is there? Gemini is like cool looking. It's okay. That might be the other one. You got Pycea and Gemini. Or whatever its name is. Can y'all think of any? Out of 12 mythics, you think at least 4 of them would be good. Name 4 good astrological mythics. Go. My first would be Pycea. If I thought about it long enough, I would say Gemini's not bad. It's not good. It's just kind of above average. Taurus. Taurus is like, if you put them, we should put them in order. Taurus would actually be up there, and it's not good. It's probably top 5 out of astrological mythics. They gave me crappy Leo corn or whatever it is. Leo. Never judge me off of how fast I'm playing on live stream. This is me at half speed, probably. I'm sitting here trying to hit frame perfects, or I'm watching something like YouTube while I play, usually. I'm not talking and reading chat. Sane says, to me, in my opinion, the battles are harder because of odd lineups that make no sense, and even when not frozen, a 4 or 5 match skips an extra turn. That is what I've noticed. Huh. Yeah, it's definitely the last one. Zodiac Mythic. There are only 12 Zodiac signs. They could go into Chinese Zodiac. You missed me Wednesday? Yeah, I didn't have one because, usually after the chatathon, I'll take a break. I'll skip one live stream after the chatathon. I was feeling like crap on Monday, so I gave myself a break on Wednesday from the live streams. Eric says, how come you ain't got time? Just the Thursday live streams were always low viewers. Nothing would happen. It's like a dud. Thursday's the worst day out of all the days. Name the day that you're probably not playing Gems of War. And I pick the worst days to do live streams. Wednesday and Thursday are like the 2 days. The down days. Monday, all the new stuff comes in, so that's the best day to do a live stream. Everybody's looking for teams. They're looking for you to go over all the new stuff. They're excited. It's Monday. Tuesday, it's still there a little bit. There's still a little bit of excitement from Monday. You got the faction event, which is actually something most people do. And it's a little bit of a spillover excitement from Monday. By Wednesday, it's just a pet. You already got all the info you need. And that's when I do my live stream. But it's kind of, that's why I do my live stream. There's no video to put out, so I might as well do a live stream. But it's still kind of close enough to Monday and Tuesday that it's not terrible. Then you get to Thursday. It's a class event. The most boring event in the game. After Wednesday, where it's just a pet. So I used to do live stream on Thursday. And that was a dud. I only got so many people that care enough to come anyway. And then you put it on a dud day. 5 of those people aren't watching. All of a sudden, you got 5 to 10 less people watching on a Thursday because there's nothing going on. And they already seen something Wednesday. I just had one the day before, too. It's not only that it's Thursday. It's I just had one Wednesday. Thursday's further from Monday. It's the dud day of the week. And I just had a live stream yesterday. So that day would always get way less. Almost not be worth doing. But by the time Saturday rolls around, we got a new event. It's the weekend. People are off work. Oh, no. I need yellow and brown. Or green. Or no, yellow or brown. No! No! Where's yellow and brown? I hate when this happens. Is he gonna run away? What a D-bag. Alright, good. I wasn't paying attention. Hey, but he gave me an epic vault key. Thank you, sir. It's probably the best loot that can drop from that guy. Arrow Stormforge, been a member for 3 months. Thank you for the continued support. And you're a Tier 2 member. That's even better. Cheers. Brian says, cleanse on 4 or 5 gym match. Trey has been a member for 38 months. Cheers. Seal. Eric says, Taurus is my star sign. Trey says, same. Sane says, Scorpio. Scorpio is her sign. Chad's a Libra. Eric says, I didn't know you live streamed every day. I don't. I'm thinking about it, which is probably a bad idea. It's probably I can't sleep and I have an idea. Supernova says, I think I'm going to farm for versus this weekend instead of paloozing. That's a good, I mean, you got to do that at some point, I guess. I think that's how people get so many. It's really hard to come by when it's not a vault event. During a vault event, it's the best time to get versus, but it's also the best time to use versus. It's a conundrum. So it might be a good idea to spend one vault event just stacking versus. Maybe you run enough to get all your pity keys at least, though. Oops. Sonny says, Wednesday is my get the rest done. I've not finished yet. That's the truth. But you see, by Thursday, you're ready to take a break. Not play the game. Not think about the game. Class event. Class event's getting almost less and less worth it. It's lucky the main reward is gems, and it's not even that many. It's 25. It's clunky. Most people probably have their classes at 100, or most of them at 100 by now. It's not fun. It's boring. The restriction is too tight. You're not going to buy potions, so it's going to be slow and clunky. And then you only get 25 gems. I've been thinking about that. If I didn't need gems so bad, would I do that? It's lucky that it gives gems, because if it gave anything else, I probably wouldn't even play it. And it gives just enough. If it gave any less, I probably wouldn't play it. Of course, if you're a beginner and you're still leveling good classes. If it's a good class, you should do it, because you get the extra experience, but it's really close to not being worth it. You could take the time instead of, if you came into this vault event and you still had vault keys left, then you could have took the time where you were doing the class event to open vault keys and probably got more gems that way. Now you still have more potential gems since you went and you grabbed the free 25 and then you still have your vault keys. You still have more potential gems, but if you're never going to get all your vault keys opened, you could have took the time where you did the class event to open vault keys and got more gems. It's not exactly a one-to-one thing, because you would still have the vault keys and you'd still have the potential gems. Just for people who have so many vault keys that they never can open them all, it takes too much time. And consider not doing, if you're at that point in the game where you have so many vault keys that you don't have enough time to open them, take a Thursday and instead of doing the class event, open vault keys for 30 minutes. Or 15, or however long it usually takes you to do the class event. Supernova says, is anyone else experiencing a huge lag? Nah, I have been. Especially yesterday. I haven't seen it yet today, but the game was loading at weird times. It would disconnect from... It would like have to reconnect. I've never seen that before. Yeah, me too. Supernova. It hasn't happened yet today, though. That's the worst time for that to happen. That's why they should never mess with vault events. They should never try to add extra stuff on top of a vault event. They should just do a vault event and that's it. And get it right. Because that's our favorite event, so don't mess with it. They shouldn't even have a Legends Reborn going on right now. But there is. There's technically like a lot of stuff going on during a vault event. You could be doing the Underspire. You could still be doing your Epic Trials. There's the Legends Reborn. There's an Invasion. So it's still counting your Legends Reborn dingleberries. They should not do that. If it's a vault event, they should have nothing else going on, so nothing can go wrong. The least amount of stuff can go wrong. The game's trying to do too much right now, probably. There was just an update recently, a couple weeks ago. It's still counting your dingleberries right now. The Underspire's in there somewhere in the background. The Epic Trial, yeah. I feel like they're trying to make the game do way too much sometimes. Alright, I need brown and yellow. I can't let this guy run. It's a Dragonite gnome. And I still need that. 30? Are you kidding me? Trying to get my myth stones. I'm trying to get the boss chest, set them as close to 0 as possible, then run a Nomapalooza, and that'll probably be it for today. What do you got, dummy? No. Alright, so we gotta run through about 2 to 3 more. You don't want a boss chest popping up during your Nomapalooza. So you might as well use this time to farm versus. You don't want a level popping up. You don't want a boss chest. Live Wire is here. Eric says I haven't noticed anything. Eric says, do you make enough of this to get by? No. Not even close. That's why I was considering doubling all my efforts. And I feel like even doubling all my efforts, I wouldn't get double. It would give me maybe a 50% boost out of everything, I'm guessing. If I made twice as many videos, it wouldn't give me twice as much. It would probably give me like 50% more. It'd be twice as much work for 50% more. Nah, YouTube's a hard thing, man. You don't really make enough to make it your actual job until you get to, I would say, around 20,000 subscribers, maybe, is when you would start thinking about it. And you would have to have enough views, too. You can't just have 20,000 subs with no views. But then you have 20,000 people. So right now we have 7,400. So out of those 7,400, I have around 100 people that support me. So triple that. Triple that. And then I have 300 people that support me. That would be closer. 1,000 views is only worth a couple dollars. You really don't make your money off the AdSense. You make your money off of, like, people wanting you to keep going, really. Unless you just have an amazing channel where you get tons of views. But you need, like, 1 million views, which is never going to happen with Gems of War. My highest... I have a video with 35,000 views. That's the best you're ever going to get on here. Actually, I think maybe Tacet has one with more. But he's also been doing it longer, and he has twice as many subscribers. And I think he has one with more than 35,000. But that's one video over 6 years. It's not like it happened all at once, and I got 35K, and even that video probably made me like $70 or something. Over 6 years. Or whatever. It was like I made it like 4 years ago. So over 4 years, I made like $75 off that video, maybe. And that's why I'm not, like, sometimes I get irritated with the cheese that everybody watches on here. But if you really think about it, they get 300 more views than me sometimes, maybe 500. That's like 50 cents. That's like $1. It's really not that big of a deal. The stuff that actually really matters to me and him, it's not that big of a deal. He's getting an extra $1. That's why I did that community tab post. We just had our best month in the last year. So if you think we're doing bad, it's not even close. The stuff that actually keeps the channel going, we're doing well. The stuff you guys don't see, we're doing fine. As far as, like, comparatively to other months that we've had, you know, I can't do a full-time anything off of this, but if it keeps going up, maybe one day, if I continue for another 5 years. Kind of why I'm, like, waiting. I have to wait out the competition sometimes. Wait until he sees, oh, that's it. Wait for them to give up. I'm pretty good at hanging in there and not giving up. It's been 6 years, you know, and I haven't given up yet. Other people give up. And then people realize. They realize, then other people realize, and then it's back to normal. And I'm just waiting. Then I'll get my 50 cents back, my $1 back that I used to get extra. Supernova says, I don't get gems from vault keys, just trash on the hardest difficulty. I might as well play on easiest difficulty. It's, you gotta open, you know, you're not gonna open one vault key and get gems. It's definitely, a thing where you gotta open like 20 of them to even have a chance at getting that gem drop. That's why you collect so many. Some people have bad luck, though. I could see it. Opening like 50 vault keys and all you get's like a gold drop and an orb or two. It's a numbers game. You just gotta open more, get more, open more. It's like the potential is there. Like playing an MMO and you're camping that boss. And he has a really good drop, but you keep killing him and he keeps not dropping it. Well, you're never going to get it if you stop killing him. If you keep killing him, you still got that potential chance of getting that best drop, that awesome thing. If you keep opening vault keys, you keep getting them and opening them, you have a chance at that big gem drop. It's there somewhere. You just got to make it happen. If you stop opening them, or you stop collecting them, you have zero chance. If you stop camping that boss just because it dropped the crappy drop 5 times in a row, well, now you have zero chance. You gotta shoot the ball to score. You gotta take the shot, or you don't have any shot. You gotta open those vault keys to have a chance at getting gems. And it's a process. You gotta wait for a vault event, and then you gotta run this kind of stuff to get verses. And then you gotta run a Nomapalooza to collect your vault keys. And then you gotta open your vault keys and hope that you get gems. It's like a whole process. Oh, whoops, I went way over. Alright, let's change our team. What? I thought I copied the other team. That's dumb. I gotta go get Sista. Tiana and Tamara. Sister. Where you at, Sista? Sista Superior. She thinks she's superior to you. She is holier than thou. She looks like she's been eaten, too. Lots of Jesus bread. Alright, let's get it locked in. Let's make sure everything's good. Let's run one battle. Livewire says, finished Underspire a day early today. Only bought the first 2 sets of torches, and today just bought the 1 lucky RNG for once. Yeah, that's what I did last week. I was testing last week whether you could make it to the last boss by buying the first 2 torches every day. And we did it. You can definitely do that. And you might be able to buy only 1 a day, but it's definitely safer to buy 2 a day up until like Friday and then see where you're at and go from there type of stuff. And then either buy 1 a day or none a day. Depends where you're at on Friday, Saturday. You can 100% cut out that last buy every day. 100%. There's a couple things that are 100% fact with the Underspire. One is, you never have to buy keystones with gems. 100% fact. Never do that. You never buy keystones from a merchant. That's a waste of gems. 100% fact. Another one is, you can get to the 7th boss by buying the first 2 torch offers every day with gems. 100%. I know it for sure. Unless you just go, you're the worst, you have the worst directions in the world. You just go to every single dead end and you fight every single battle for even the dead end battles. Then yeah, you're not going to make it. But that's like, yeah, of course not. If you play normally and you make a normal amount of mistakes, then you're going to make it by buying the first 2 torch offers every day and skipping that last one. So you can skip the last torch offer, the 150, skip it every day. You don't need it, 100%. All right, I got to run this Nomapalooza. At least have one in this live stream. The reason I was thinking about doing a live stream every day is more for the views. Like, I get 200 to 300 views on a live stream. They're always going to be less than a video because they're super long and some people don't care. But that would add up a little bit over a whole month. But I think it's one of those stinking thinkings where I'm probably not going to do it. It's not a good idea. It's just an idea. So I always think, like, even with my other stuff I do, like, if I do twice as much, I should make twice as much. It just doesn't work on YouTube like that. You can't make twice as many videos and make twice as much. You can't. It just doesn't work for some reason. All right, I need a timer. Let's look up in the upper left-hand corner. Let's catch up in the chat, too. Does it help more if I watch the ads? Yeah, actually it does, but I would never... You never hear me saying that. I think way back in the day I would ask people to do that. But I know I don't do it myself. I would never ask somebody to do something I wouldn't do myself. So, does it help if you watch the ads all the way through? Yes. But am I going to ask you to do that? No, because I wouldn't do that either. I skip them just like you do. I'm never going to ask you guys to do something I wouldn't do myself. But yeah, it would help. I used to ask people to go back to my old playlists and watch them. Like, just put them on in the background. That helps. I think no one's doing that anymore. People used to do that for me and help me out. They would run my playlists all night while they're sleeping. Like, I used to have that kind of people, loyal people. I still do, of course. But I just haven't mentioned it in a while. I'm not saying I don't now. I'm just saying, like, back in the day, there were people watching playlists all night for me, like, to help me out. Because you're sleeping anyway. It's not like you have to sit there and watch it. You don't have to listen to it. It's just something you do before you go to bed real quick, and then it plays all night while you're sleeping. If a bunch of people did that, that'd be amazing. But I do that. I would do that for myself. I guess if I had a friend that asked me to do that, I would do that for them as well. But I don't have anybody asking me to do that, so I can't say whether I would also do that or not. It is something that's not super hard. You go to my channel, you go to a playlist, you hit play all, and you go to sleep. You don't listen to it, you don't watch it, it's not taking any time out of your day. You're charging your phone on the charger, it's running through a playlist that has like 100-something videos. It'll just go all night, and it's watch time. It's not even if they're long videos where I only get a couple views out of it. It's still watch time, and that's what YouTube really wants. They really don't care about views. They want watch time. Supernova says... I lost it. Noonday Shadow! 5 memberships! Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That's amazing. You're the best. You're a legend. Supernova says YouTubers don't survive off the platform itself. That's why they have supporters, sponsors, and Patreon. Exactly. Yeah, that's why I've been talking about merch. That's my next step, I guess. I don't know. I just don't feel like there's that much of a demand. You're right, when it comes to Gems of War, there's a limit. Yep. Noonday Shadow, though, thank you very much. The memberships went to D4NOW4R. What is that? Dan O. War. It went to Dan O. War. SRES. Granite State Scratcher. Andrew Wibble. And Name. I've never seen any of those names before, but shout out to those people. Maybe we got one lurker in there somewhere. He says, howdy, howdy. Haven't played much for a couple months because work. A little annoyed with the game right now because I have 2 verse 3 and about 20 of the other verses. Same here. Yeah, he does, but I don't think it helps that much, man. Ask him how many patrons he has. He doesn't do anything with it, and he doesn't have that many. So I don't know, like, would it help me? Our thing is memberships, which is the same as Patreon, except for YouTube takes a cut of it. So Patreon would be better. But it also is harder to like send people to another place to do something when they can just click a button right here while we're live streaming. So I don't know. I always felt like having the memberships on YouTube would look at me favorably because I'm giving them a cut of the money, and then they would... But it never works out like that. They don't care about me at all. Eric says you put a lot of work into your Gems of War videos. Yeah, it's kind of like... Okay, so I don't have the best editing. I don't have, like, Bigfoot popping up in the corner and all that stuff, and a bunch of pretty letters on the screen and all that. But I do it every day for 6 years. That's just... That's the hard work part. Keeping up with the game, doing it for free for 6 years, the consistency, doing it every single day, long live streams. We just did a 9-hour live stream this past Sunday. It's more like the everyday, the consistency, than like the... I don't super edit stuff with shiny colors and like where a dog would be like, squirrel! It's vacation time, you're right. Supernova says I get more diamonds and verse... Yeah, I know. I feel when I ever see like a big diamond drop, I'm like, man, I wish those were gems, or I wish this was 3 years ago. I can craft another mythic, but I just have just barely enough gems to craft CT. Eric says you should read chat more often because when you blow up, you won't be able to read it at all. I always read it, man. I read it more than anybody. Livewire says I try to get to one boss every day and see where I am. It's a good idea. Supernova says if you find a boss and get a keystone, but it's not yet on the map, it will automatically show up on the map. If you find a boss and get a keystone, but it's not yet on the map, will it automatically show up on the map? I don't think so. You still have to go find the door. That's kind of part of the game mode. The keystone will pop up in your inventory, and the merchant won't let you buy it again. But I think you still have to go find the door, if that's what you're asking. DC United! Hiya, Sinnycool, and all you Center Squire members and lurkers, too. I saw that. I'm just way behind, DC. I'm trying to catch up before I do a Nomapalooza. Livewire says I watch the ads most of the time because I'm usually playing while I watch your vids. It was called Sleeping with Cinny. Livewire says, so I just let them play out like TV before streaming in DVR. Hey, thank you, Sane. Sinnycool sponsored by Mikey Mouse. Pizza time. Pay to win. Bigfoot is awesome. Can you imagine a bald Bigfoot? Yeah, I'm gonna look in the corner up there. Alright, so at 38, which would be 53. Ready, go. Man, I got a tribute. Come on, game. Quit loading. So at 53, at 153, 38 plus 15 is when it's over. So on like 152, I'm going to start looking at which gnomes I got. Which ones do I want to finish with? Do I have a Dragonite gnome? Oh, come on, sister. She got mad at me for that joke about her eating the Jesus bread. She's mad at me, guys. Doing a Nomapalooza right now, so chat may get behind a little bit. I'll try to watch it. If you stream every day, I'll be there every day. A naked mole rat. Well, I appreciate that, Eric. Anthony, how's it going? You need only one torch to finish the Underspire? I'm looking back and forth between the chat and the game. Also, I've collected almost 2k gems, meanwhile, trying to buy all copies of Star Pets. 5 shops and events and torches without Nomapaloozas. Hope that one day I will find Ruby Wrath to save gems and to stop buying Dragonite. I'm right there with you, man. I still need, like, the green one, a Maldron. And with all this, with the update and the Underspire and the Epic Trials and all that, there's so much stuff to spend gems on. I'm struggling. I'm one of y'all. I'm not some crazy 30k gem guy. You can relate to me. I have 3,000 something. I have 4,000 gems right now. I feel like I'm the most relatable. I don't have 30k gems where I can just do whatever I want whenever I want. I have to actually be careful and play the game carefully. And make decisions between one thing or the other. Right now, my decision is I'm not doing dungeon. I'm not buying... I got under 5k and now I'm not allowed to buy anything. Pretty much. I bought the epic trial pets, though. That's something where it's gone and it won't come back for a long time, so I figured I would buy that. I did the epic trial, yeah. I did the epic trial pets, and I did the pet and the Legends Reborn. Stuff that's gonna disappear and not pop up and be hard to get, I'm gonna grab. But the dungeon, like the Dragon Knight in the dungeon, that's there every single day for the rest of our lives. I can wait to get Diamantina. The Underspire, I already went to boss. I went all the way 2 times in a row. I don't need to buy torches there. So I stopped doing that. I was trying to explain to people on the forums that you don't have to do everything they present to you. You don't have to do everything every day that they present to you. That's what they want you to do. They're trying to deplete your gem stack. Because that leads to money for them. Because you can't play the game without gems. It's impossible. You're going to get kicked out of your guild. That's the ultimate, the end. A year from now, you might be getting kicked out of your guild if you spend gems unwisely. Because then you don't have any gems to do events. You don't have any gems to buy sentinels. Or it forces you to spend real money to get those gems. And you don't want to get kicked out of your guild. So you're going to buy those gems. That's what they're hoping you'll do. Just think about this week, all the things you could spend gems on. It's crazy. It's like a perfect example of it. Legends Reborn. You got the Tesla pet. Are you not going to buy the Tesla pet? Epic Trials, you got shiny pets. They're called shiny. Are you not going to buy them? They're shiny. If you don't have Diamantina yet, you're buying Dragon Knight for dragon, boss dragons. Are you not going to buy boss dragons for the best troop in the game? Diamantina, a boss dragon? You see how they do that? They're calling stuff shiny and boss and boss. And it's a Tesla pet. So Underspire, another place, buying torches. You want to get to that last boss. You want that Dragon Knight. You want those orbs. It's a new game mode too. And just your regular events, your regular offers, if pets pop up that you need. Gems everywhere. Even if you have 30k, 40k, 50k gems, you're going down. You're not going up. You probably got 20k now. You probably got 40k now. You probably got 30k now. It's going down. You're not going up. It's hard. Right now, it's really hard to make your gems go the right way. You pretty much have to not buy stuff. Have to not do things. Is the only way. You can't outplay this. The more you play, the more gems you're going to spend, not the other way around. You're not going to get more gems for playing more. It's crazy. You have to pretty much play less to get more gems, except for when it's Vault event. And that's the truth. If you do explore, any kind of explore, if you're grinding explore, thinking I'm going to play more, that way my gem stack's going down. I need to do something about this. I'm going to play tons of explore. Well, guess what? Merchants are going to pop up. They're going to tempt you. You're going to spend gems. You're going to lose more gems than you're going to get. The more you play, the less gems you have. Unless it's Vault event. That's the only time. The thing you should be doing is opening Vault keys, taking more tributes, opening glory chests. I made a video on it, because I know everybody's going the wrong direction with gems. They're not going up, they're going down, no matter who you are. So that was a perfect time to make that video. Somehow it doesn't have like 3K views yet, but it should. But it's okay, right? It's decent. I'm not complaining. It's got like 1,500 or something. 14, 13. Hey, people are smart. They're watching a video about how to get gems. Sometimes it surprises me. They'll watch somebody put up a video about Virago saying it's mega damage. Best troop ever, mega damage. They'll watch that, but then they won't watch best 15 weapons in the game or how to get gems or something important. Underspire guide. That's like watching a show about farting instead of watching financial advice or something. You're having a you're about to not be able to pay your rent. You're going to lose your car. There's a show on about financial advice, but instead you're sitting there watching just a show of a butt farting. That's how I feel sometimes. Like everybody's watching a show about a butt farting instead of like guides and lists. It's like, oh well, that's just how it goes. I just gotta accept it. Everybody's watching the butt farting show. It's idiocracy. Ow my balls. Ouch my balls is the current meta. Mikey Mouse stars in Ouch My Balls, the current Gems of War meta on what to watch. We're living in an alternate reality where we're all watching a butt farting. And it's not everybody, it's just it's those other people that aren't here right now, right? A naked butt farting is what you're watching. Instead of your rent is due, you're about to lose your car. There's a financial show on that's going to explain to you exactly how to not make that happen. Instead, you're watching a naked butt farting and then wondering why you don't have gems. Produced by Mikey Mouse. You love that? You love that show? I watch it too. Mega farts. Mega farts. You can't fart no more. It's the biggest farts ever. Every single time too. Every new show about the farting butt. It's the best one ever, and it's the loudest fart ever. Wettest fart. But then the next week, it's the wettest fart again, and you're like, what? The last week? How come last week was the wettest fart ever, but this week's the wettest fart ever too? Well, what about next week? Is it going to be the wettest fart ever again? How can every new fart be the wettest fart ever? That's impossible. But I still watch it. I'm mesmerized. I'm addicted to the farting show. I can't stop. I know I need to watch that best 15 weapons or gem, how to get gems. I don't want to watch how to get gems. I'm going to go watch farting show. That's in my brain. That's what's like the hamster wheel in my brain. Every time I look at the reality of the landscape of Gems of War, I'm like, man. Everybody's there watching the naked butt farting, and I'm trying to just give them advice on how to get more gems over here. That's literally how I think. Oh, presented me skulls. Thank you, sir. 153. And it shows me, it literally shows me the naked butt farting in my analytics. I'm not just making stuff up and being paranoid. You know, there's people out there like, this guy, he's just a hater. He's just a hater. He doesn't even know what we watch. It shows the butt in my analytics. Farting. It shows it. And it's back, it's every time. I see the butt like 50 times in a row. 50 times. It's not like other stuff. There's not other things mixed in, which you would think there would be. It's the naked butt farting every single time. Butt, all the way down. I'm not being paranoid. I'm not a hater. It's just when I'm going to my analytics to figure things out. Okay, what can I do now? Okay, everybody needs gems because they're just killing us. The devs are killing us. They put so many things in the game that are a gem drain. I figure people need gems. I'll make a gem video. And I go to my analytics to see, okay, now what could I put for tags? What have people been watching recently? Butt farting. Oh my god. It's not even anything else. It's just that. All the way down. Virago mega damage. Oh no! Stupid Dragonite gnome. Brown. Anyway, that was my rant for the day that nobody wanted to hear. Alright, we got 2 minutes left, and we're pretty close to the end of the stream, too. When this Nomapalooza is over, I'm going to catch up in the chat. I'm going to say goodbye. Yesterday felt like Saturday to me, even though I worked really hard. I was so sweaty. It was like 90 degrees out. I had to go do manual labor. You ever do manual labor? That makes you sweaty. Alright. 1.5 minutes left. If you are very, like, say you need something super bad, you need Dragonite, now would be the time to be looking for that Dragonite gnome and maybe let him sit for a minute. The more I do that, the less I like it, because I'm wasting time where I could be getting vault keys. But back when Dragonite first came out, I would let that Dragonite gnome sit for like 3 minutes. Now I'm more of like a 2 to 1 minute type of deal. I don't want to waste 3 minutes of a Nomapalooza. But back when it first came out, and I needed it bad, and I wasn't the only guy ever without Diamantina, I would let Dragonite Gnome sit there for like 3 minutes if I had to. 'Cause he's pretty rare. Just because you got 2 minutes left doesn't mean he's going to pop up. He might not. Alright, we got 30 seconds now. We got a Treasure Gnome, a Glory Gnome. Let's see if we can get a better one than that. You want to end with like a really good one. You want to see Glory Gnomes, you want to see Treasure Gnomes, you want to see a Dragonite Gnome. You don't want like a full list of Mecha Gnomes. You don't want a full list of Soul Gnomes. Man, they keep giving me like kind of good ones. They're throwing some Dookie in there. It's like good Dookie, good Dookie. So I'm just going to keep going, and it's probably our last battle. What'd they give us? Same thing. Same exact thing. We got 1 Treasure Gnome and 1 Glory Gnome. Same as last battle. Alright, let's catch up in the chat while I let this sit. Because you don't have to let it sit long, I just like to. You let it sit for 15 seconds, you'll be fine. 30 seconds if you really want to make sure. But right now, nothing matters. My Nomapalooza's over. I'm letting my gnome sit so I can get the full drop. I'll let it sit for 30 minutes if I want to, but anyway. Let's see what y'all were saying while I was ranting about naked butts farting. Pinch a loaf of Jesus bread? Anthony. Eric says, I'm struggling to get the Adana pets. Is that because of gems? There's like the quest. That's how you get one of them. But the quest, you like can't even do the whole thing until it like presents it to you day by day or whatever. There's the Dingleberry for killing yellow enemies. And then there's the one you buy with gems. So I'm guessing you're talking about the one you buy with gems. That's because there's so much else to spend gems on right now. No matter who you are, you're going down, not up. And if you're going up right now, it's because it's Vault Event. And you're going to go back down in a week. Pizza time! I got all the dragons now. I just need a ton of Dragonite for Diamantina. I wish I was in your position. That's a better position to be in. All the RNG is over, and now it's just a time issue. You're going to get there. Your Dragonite will keep going up. You will get there eventually. When it's an RNG issue, you don't even know how much time you got left. It could be forever. Eric says every update we get poorer. Yep. Anthony says Tesla, pet, buy one shop, and level it up with pet orbs. Yep, that's a good way to do it. Save those gems. Starry pets, not shiny pets. Yeah, same thing. Starry, shiny. That's what they might as well call it, shiny. Everything's shiny. I may actually dip below 100k gems for the first time in a year. See, even Tyrion's going down. He doesn't even need some of the stuff that we need. And he's still going down. Doesn't matter how many you got, you're still going down. It's less consequential to somebody with 100k if they go down to 75k. Because they still got quadruple times 7 of what we got. But it's still a thing. It's still noticeable. DC says, in case you haven't already done so, please do leave a like, finger the thumb, appreciate your presence and consideration. Me too. Brian says, have you considered Gems of War shorts? It could increase views. Also consider stickers for starter merch. Yeah, I saw your comment. That's a good idea. But shorts, yeah, I guess. Shorts are kind of supposed to be like funny or something that will blow up and be viral. Gems of War is never going to be viral. But I guess inside the community it could be. But what are you going to do as a short for Gems of War? You could show a team real quick, I guess. Maybe if some sort of glitch happens. Maybe I could put Mikey Mouse on there or something funny I say. But I don't know. I don't think any short I could make would ever... Because shorts you get way less for, too. So even if you have a short that gets like 10,000 views, it's only worth like a 500 view regular video. Because watch time is king. So a short is 2 minutes or less. So you need a short to get like 10,000 views to be worth it. Because it's like a 10 times, I guess, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like a 1K view video. And like a 10K view short or similar. So I've never considered doing short. I've thought about it, of course. Like I think about everything like that, but I don't think it's good for me because it would have to really blow up. And I don't even know if there's 10,000 people watching anything on Gems of War right now, no matter what it is. You can make the best video ever, and you're getting maybe 5K, 6K. There's no, you don't even if you make the best video everybody wants to watch, there's only like 10,000 people even playing right now. Poots is filmed in front of a live, it's called Poots. Supernova, I feel opening vault keys is like opening Neverwinter stronghold boxes. You need a minimum of 5K keys to get anything good. Yeah, you got to keep going. What do you mean, Rent? I was playing Gems of War. Anthony says, before the Star Pets and Legends Reborn, I thought that 4K white pet food is a giant amount of food. Now I don't have pet food. Dang. I got a lot of white pet food, but I'm out of some colors, which is the start of the downfall, because then you got to start using all your white pet food. The Rick and Morty show. Livewire says I mute the butt farters. So you just watch the naked butt without the farting? No two farts sound the same. Next thumbnail, a butt farter. Pizza time, but the hairy naked butt farting show has higher ratings. You should watch it. I know. I'm not the type of dude that just watches something because it has more views or more people watching. I'm more like I want to find the cool thing that no one's watching. Or the consistent guy that's been doing it for 6 years. Not the thing everybody else is on. That's the sheep mentality. But rant. It's been odd energy, says Eric. Pizza Time says somebody make a remix of Cinny saying butt farting. I don't know about y'all, but I'm having fun and laughing, so. Brian says 90% of your resources come from guild. You should spend minimum gems on guild at the very least. Yep. Noonday Shadow, show when you pick up that 12th brown dragon. I know. Your rants are the shorts? Yeah. I should probably do that. I've tried videos. I've tried clipping out my rants and making videos, but they only get like 300 or 500 views max. Like I got one right now. If you want to go watch a video of me ranting, there's the mechanic video. If that one gets 1K, I'll make another one or whatever. If you have a new idea and you make a video with that new idea in mind and you could like continue to do that new idea, well, you have to, if it doesn't get views, you're not going to keep trying that idea. It's like that's the thing. If it got 2,000 views, I would do it again. If it gets 300 views, I'm not going to do it again. It's just, it literally tells me whether I should do it or not based on how many views it gets. Alright. Let's do karate. Do karate on each other, the movie. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Let's clear this, see what we get. A vault key! 200 glory. Those are our 2 good gnomes, though. I wish I got a vault key from this guy, or this guy. But I'll take it. Alright, let's see what I'm on. It's not very much. I didn't play very much yesterday. I was super busy. I forgot to say that. I need to catch up today. I need to play a lot today. Today's the day. If I'm going to play a lot, if I'm going to get a lot of vault keys, I need to play today. Tomorrow is Sunday. I got other plans for at least part of the day. So, if I'm going to get some vault keys, it's going to be today. And I've only got, I'm hoping to get around 250. It's my goal. Because I started with 150 left. And I want to get back to 400. But it's not looking great so far. And today's going to have to be the day. If it's going to happen. And I only have 71 so far. 59 vault keys and 12 epics. 59 and 12. So that's 71, right? And I'm hoping to get 250. So I need another 170, 180. And you get 20 per Nomapalooza. Especially after your pity keys. If you're just starting out and you do a Nomapalooza, you might get 30 but once you get past the beginning stages of the pity keys, you'll see more reality of how many you can get per Nomapalooza, which is around 20, right? Between 20 and 25. Some people get 23, some people get 19, some people get 26, but it's right there somewhere. Every Nomapalooza you do, you're going to get somewhere between 20 and 25 vault keys. So you can figure that out for yourself, how many you could get based on how many Nomapaloozas you got left, how many hours you can spend. You can figure it out how many you could maybe get. So if I go and I run 4 Nomapaloozas right now, I might be able to get up to 100 vault keys, or I might get like 80. So somewhere between 80 and 100 if I go run 4 of them. And it also depends on your pity key situation and how deep you are into that. By Sunday, when you're running Nomapaloozas, you might be more towards the 20 side, the 18, the 19. On Friday, you're more towards the 25 to 30 side, because your pity keys, you haven't got them all yet. They're easier to get. But on average, I think it's 20 to 25 per Nomapalooza. More towards the 25 on Friday, more towards the 20 on Sunday. So, yeah. If I run 5 of them right now, I should get 100 keys. And that would probably put me close to where I want to be. So I might go do that tonight. See if I can run 4 to 5 of them. Which only takes an hour. It's not too bad. But I also do the thing in between where I do the boss chest. I hunt for verses. So that takes time as well. That probably takes longer than 15 minutes. So when I run... I probably only run 1 Nomapalooza every 45 minutes or so. So if I'm going to run 4 of them, it's going to take me like 3 hours to do that. Instead of 1 hour. If you have more than 20 Nomapaloozas, you can probably run them back to back to back to back all weekend. But if you're a single digit kind of guy like me, and you have 4 or 5, you can't do that. You got to kind of run, you got to verse hunt in between Nomapaloozas. And then you got to add a bunch of time, and you can't do 4 Nomapaloozas an hour. You can only do 1 or 2 an hour. Anyway, yeah, I had fun. Even though I probably made somebody mad out there because they love the butt farting show. It's okay. We don't need those people here who can't take a joke. It's just a joke. They also make me better because I have to step my game up. It's good to have competition. Even if it's just a butt farting. It's still competition. It makes you want to do better. So. Alright, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot too. Get about channel comment below. Have a great weekend. You got 50 times on all other verses. I know. I got like... Here, look at mine. Mine aren't as bad as yours, but I still have 12 to 3. That's not terrible, but it's the reality of things. It's going to be something like this. I'll go get one more of these. And all the while, I'm going to get 2 or 3 of all the other ones while I get that one. Alright. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me today. Eric N. DC United. Wonderful. Livewire. Lady Alfed Sane. Got DC Eric Supernova. Pizza Time. Livewire. Tyrion Shark. Brian Walker. For some reason, Brian Walker, I always think of Fast and the Furious when I see your name. Because his name is Brian in the movie. And his real name is Paul Walker. So whenever I see Brian Walker, I'm thinking about Vin Diesel's bald head. Sane, Livewire, Eric, DC, Noonday Shadow. That's not a bad thing either. I like Fast and the Furious. Sane, DC, Noonday, Eric, Pizza Time. Just letting you know what I think about when I see your name. It's not Butts Farting or Mikey Mouse. Even though I think about that stuff a lot. Pizza Time, Livewire, Sane. Anthony was here today. DC, Chad, Brian, Tyrion, Anthony. Pizza Time. Eric. Noonday, Sane, DCA, Chad A, Eric N, Noonday. Noonday with the 5, I really appreciate that. It keeps me going, you know. Literally. Eric, Chad, Trey, been a member for 38 months. That's crazy. That's 4 years? 3 years. 4 years. 3 years. 3 years. Wow. Over 3 years. Brian, Lord Augustin was here. Cookie Man. Neophyte. Boomstick Fancy Pants back in the building. He ran out. He was gone for a while, but now he's back. He ran out on the stage and he ripped his pants off. Neo. Pocket Trash was here. Good to see ya. Boomstick with his pants off. Masked. Bishop. Masked. Sleek Peek. It's like Sneak Peek, but it's sleek. And then Trey gifted 5 as well. But you know how it goes. I can't go up all the way on the chat for some reason. That's a good thing, though. That means you guys chatted so much that I can't even go back to the beginning. It's a good thing. But Trey gifted 5. Noonday Shadow gifted 5. Everybody else, I love you. You're the best. Thank you for the support. I think Sane, Chad were the other couple. You guys are awesome. Can always count on you. And yeah. Let me go back to the bottom, make sure no one said anything. Farting in cars with boys. Yeah, exactly, dude. The sausage party, too. We get the ladies over here. We got at least 10%. That's pretty good online, playing a game. Yet, everybody's still watching the hairy butt fart. Instead of being here with the non-sausage party, I'm not gonna... You're going to the sausage party with the hairy butt farting. That's where you're at. Anyway, I'll see y'all. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace out.